Our next speaker is one of our youngest speakers for the day, and that's Juliette Brindak.
Hi everyone, I am so excited to be here today. And I just want to let you know I am a really bad baker. I look through cookbooks all the time, and I see the most amazing recipes for dessert. But for some reason, when I make them, they are just far from picturesque. Baking really is such a science, and because it's all about precision and following the instructions to the T, one mistake and your bread won't rise. When I bake, I always add ingredients in the wrong order, or I'm mixing when I'm supposed to be folding, and substituting for ingredients that I don't have for something that seems similar. I am a good cook, though. There are the essential ingredients that you need to cook, but the recipe that I start with isn't always the entree that I end with. I can make it creative. I can put my own ideas into it. I really hate dill, so when I cook, I don't have to use it. If the recipe calls for sour cream, I can substitute Greek yogurt instead if I want to be a little healthier that week. But the thing is I don't have to follow all of the rules, and I think that's why I like it so much. I don't work at a massive corporation, and there's a reason for that. It's because I'm a cook, not a pastry chef. And like many of you here, I am an entrepreneur. I don't always follow all the rules, and I can't always stay quiet when I don't agree with someone. And listening to directions, not always my favorite thing. But I do have a vision, and I know what my vision is. But that can be scary, and that can be hard, because I'm not always sure how it's going to end up. A cook isn't better than a baker, and a baker isn't better than a cook. They're just different. Different specialties, different talents, different appetites. But what I've learned is that you need to know which one you are. I know that I'm a very emotional person. And it's okay because I can look back and laugh when I cry at happy things like the P&G Thanking Mothers campaign, or my favorite YouTube video, which is this lion who's reunited with his caretakers. And if you guys, it sounds like a lot of you have seen it, but it's the most amazing thing. The caretakers are told that their lion that they raised won't remember them, but he does, and he runs up to them and gives him lion hugs and lion kisses and introduces him to his new lion wife. And with Whitney Houston playing in the background, it's just the most amazing thing ever. And I'm not doing it justice explaining it here, but the thing is I have seen that video so many times. And every time I watch it, I still cry. So I can laugh at that. But it's not as easy to laugh when it's about my company. Because the truth is, my business and my life are not separate things. And it's my emotions that drive both of them. To be an entrepreneur, you have to be emotional because you have to possess that passion. And what I've learned, that's the most important thing, because if you don't believe in it, then why should anybody else? When I was younger, I started a company for tween girls called Miss O and Friends. The company was inspired by drawings that I did when I was 10. I doodled these little girls that I called cool girls, and I showed them to my mom, who was a designer. She took the drawings and we brought them to life on the computer. And for so long, it was just a hobby for my mom, my sister Olivia, and I to just do. But for Olivia's 8th birthday, we made these Miss O-like characters for her friends, and they absolutely loved them. And they were saying how the girls we created were just like them. I was still currently thick in the middle of middle school, and I wanted to create something for my sister and her friends to help them through what we all know as these tough times. And I call them these tough times because middle school sucks. Girls go through a lot during these years. That awkward phase kicks in where weird things they don't understand are happening to their bodies. Boys come into the picture. Cliques begin to form. School becomes more serious. Bullying increases. And girls start to struggle with self-esteem and the pressure to fit in. It doesn't matter if a girl is the most popular girl in school, or the best athlete, or a band geek, or a straight A student, or a punk. Doesn't matter if she's rich or poor, black, white, Asian, Hispanic. Whatever category she falls into doesn't make her any more or less vulnerable to feel bad about herself at one point in time. For a girl, no matter where she falls in the social hierarchy or where she comes from, she feels like she isn't good enough. The reason why I can say this with such certainty is because I know. I have felt this way before. My friends know. Many other women and girls who fall in every category that I just listed above, and so many more, they also know. When I say middle school to any girl or woman who is or isn't there anymore, it's a pretty safe bet to assume that there are some bad memories associated with that time in her life. And I'm sure right now, as I'm talking about middle school, some of you are having flashbacks where you were just utterly miserable. Middle school is just such a hard time because girls are trying to figure out who they are, where they fit in, and what they're good at. I dyed my hair black because I liked a guy who was a skater. I quit ballet after 6 years because all of my friends were playing field hockey and lacrosse, and I wanted to play too. I stopped being friends with the girl because another girl told everyone that we had to. That's not nice. You know, the thing is sorry, girls just want to fit in, but so many girls just feel like outcasts. And what a girl needs to know is that she's not alone. She's not the only one who doesn't know what it means to have her period. Or that when going to a new school, other girls are also scared. She doesn't know, she needs to know that, you know, it's okay if she doesn't have a boyfriend, especially if she's only 11, right? She needs to know that, you know, every girl is different and that there is no perfect girl out there. And if she wants to be weird and quirky and silly and funny, or she can be whoever she wants to be. What girls need to know is that it's okay to just be a girl. Starting and running a company is hard, but what girls go through is on par. And that notion is what keeps me motivated when I feel like I've hit that brick wall and I can't go any farther. Knowing that so many girls in this world struggle with self-esteem, that's what keeps me going, because I hit those brick walls a lot. You know, sometimes when something so good seems to be happening, and you think it's too good to be true. So you say it's too good to be true just because you think you should be saying it's too good to be true because you believe in karma and you don't want to jinx it. But really deep down, you're hoping that it's not too good to be true, to only then later learn that it is too good to be true. My company has been scammed. We've been promised investment money that fell through. A huge global entertainment company offered to buy us. And after moving forward with the deal, they just stopped responding to us. And then 3 weeks later, we realized it just wasn't going to happen anymore. And when things like that happen, it seemed like it's the end of your world. But for a tween girl, everything is the end of her world. She kind of looks at her life like that chocolate souffle, and when one ingredient is off, she's just tossed aside. If her dad won't let her go to a party because boys will be there, but all of her friends are going, then she can't go out anymore. No one's going to invite her anywhere. Her social life is totally over. If she doesn't kick that winning soccer goal, then she's going to be sitting by herself on the front of the bus on the way home. If she can't wear makeup to school, then she's the ugliest middle schooler ever. If she wants those new pair of shoes because all of her friends have them, but her mom says, oh no, honey, you don't need them, they're not practical, she's now the nerdiest girl in school and will never have a boyfriend. The thing is there'll be so many setbacks in a girl's life, just like a business. People will tell her no and that she's not good enough. They'll say, you know, she'll feel confused at times, not know where to go next, and she'll just want people to like and accept her. But it's those things, those hard things, that make her stronger, make her learn, and make her become that woman that she is destined to be. What that girl needs to know is that she's a cook, not a baker. And as an entrepreneur, you all need to know that too. Because sometimes when something along the road comes up that you just weren't expecting, it wasn't what you wanted to happen, it's not all over. Because sometimes, and most of the time, that unexpected outcome is even better than the original. Thank you.